chance, no beating around the bush.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Blake Production.
Yo, what's poppin'? So in this video, I'm going to go over 5 stocks that I think are going to perform well in 2022. Now, of course, it's not a guarantee that they're going to shoot up 200%, but I think these ones specifically are worth watching. So keep them on your watch list throughout 2022 because I think they'll provide some opportunities. So right off the hop, I like how we have a 44% drawdown here, right? And that's from the top, right? So back in February of 2021, we made it to around 160. And now in December, we have made it back to $90. So we have a nice orderly pullback and it's giving us a clear range, right? We have this $128 range that we have rejected 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say it's been rejected multiple times, right? So 128, and we've come down to this 190 range, which we were back at in October 2020. So we come back to this range and we have a selling volume climax, which means we flush all the way down here and we run out of sellers in this area. Now, why I think we're running out of sellers is because it's a very popular pattern, the volume climax situation. Up here, we have a buying volume climax. We buy, and we run out of buyers. So we climax up here and then we shoot down. Now we have this orderly sell-off over a year, and now there's another volume climax, but this one is a selling one. So a few things I want to notice here. We have this buying action, right? So earlier in that week, we bought up and then we were at 104 and we flushed back down to 96. Now, if we were going to continue downward, December 13th, that week would have been the perfect week to just flush out, but we didn't flush. We had a rejection of lower prices. And that amount of volume coming in is something to pay attention to, especially at these levels. So usually when you see this, a hammer at the bottom of a range that's rejecting lower prices, we're looking that we have so far throughout this week, we're getting a nice clean buy through of this $96 range, and we're making our way slowly back to potentially 100 by the end of the week. So this is very interesting. In 2022, right, it's given us signs now that it wants to reverse. So that's why I'm saying in 2022, this could be a player. Right now, it's in a clear range, $128 to $90. If we could break out of 128, this thing will go. So in the next few weeks, we'll see how this develops. Is it going to create an inverse head and shoulders pattern? Who knows? Where we have the left shoulder, we have the head, and potentially next year we create some pattern like this. And maybe we'll create the right shoulder or something like that, and then we'll blast off. But it's worth the opportunity, and I think it's given us one right now. Airbnb. So this one I like. I like this name. I like these big spikes in volume that we're seeing because, one, there's consistent higher lows being made on a weekly basis. Now, recently the market has been in kind of a consolidation period. This consolidates with the market. We've had a clean ABC correction. Big volume coming in at the lows here. Hammer with nice clean follow through 2 days in a row. It's worth noting. It doesn't mean it's going to be blasting off in 2022, but honestly, in my opinion, I think Omicron or whatever you want to call this variant is like smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. It's very much so a fear tactic. So ignore the fear mongering and seize this opportunity. This name could be a nice name to play and hold on to because 240, 250 range is not crazy. So all-time highs are 220. If we could break out of that range in 2022, right? This is a clear rejection zone. We'll be watching this. We could have something boiling up here. So that range, we flip this resistance into support, we're gone. So we have Air Canada here. The only reason why I have this on here is because, once again, I think, in my opinion, and then again, I really don't know. It could be just fear mongering in the market right now with all the Omicron stuff. We're back into this range, right? So back in February 2021, we're in this range. We're back here. Now, when I look at this, right, I zoom out a little bit further. The way I'm looking at it is in 2020, this was our resistance. And in 2021, it's been our support. And now we're solidifying that this is now officially our support. That's what I see. So that's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong, right? So that's what I see. This range here was once resistance, 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 resistance. We break up over it sharply and we come back, make it support. And throughout the year, we fade away and we come back in this range now. And it looks like we're getting a nice bounce in this range. I like the setup. I like the setup. For all we know, like, we could be making our way back up to this $29 range. Just pay attention to that. In 2022, this could be a player, right? Come on. How tired of COVID are you? It's been 2 years, you know, like I feel like, I mean, in my opinion, this is just fear mongering. I'd be looking for this area at some point in 2022. AMD, so this is a nice player, right? It's been treating us so well. 2020, right? Look at this beautiful uptrend. I think if you could see here, it's doing the same thing. So we have this, we have the nice big period here, right? We have a small one here. Look what we're doing right here. I mean, it's very in our face and it looks pretty obvious. There's a chip shortage and we're still performing well, right? Weekly time frame. If we look at this 8 EMA we got going on, it's just riding the 8 EMA. It's showing us reversal signals, kind of a doji here. For sure doji, these at the bottom of a range is a reversal. Now it looks like we're getting a bullish engulfing. This is the weekly time frame, right? So it's bullish. If this week ends strong up here, I'd expect to see some continuation at least back to 163 short term. But overall, look at this trend. I wouldn't fight it. 2022, are we going to see AMD at 222? That is something that I want to see. Come on, boy. 222. Are we going to see AMD get to 222 in 2022? Let's go. Amazon, this is the last one. So this one is pretty obvious in my opinion. Like, if next year isn't the year for Amazon, then I don't know. We have had a nice almost 2 years of consolidation, right? Like, this is July 2020. Bullish. We had a nice long period here. We have a nice long period here. The 50 EMA, look at that. We're riding it. Starting to show some reversal signals. If we start cracking in the next few weeks and come back up, this might legit just not stop. It might be one of these that just slowly goes like this. Pay attention to it. 4,500 to 5K, like, that's not crazy with Amazon in my opinion at all. So these are just 5 names that I wouldn't sleep on in 2022 by far. And I think these ones, this is just my opinion. I really don't know much. In February, again, this is all from a technical perspective that I'm going off of a technical perspective, which is where I'm getting my opinions from. But for all we know, in February, there could be a massive market crash, right? Who knows what could happen? But the charts are setting up pretty nice, and I would like to seize the opportunity while it's here instead of in February looking back being like, damn, I wish I could have done this. So there's the video. Peace.